at about 490 something today, all the way up to 780 in a matter of like minutes. A lot like Algorand did. So, as you see, AMP is also listed on Coinbase. It has been for quite a while, but the market cap is going up, and there's $175 million worth right now in there. 42 billion AMP are out there, and it's only 46% of the supply. So there could be, more put on the market at any time, and that you got to be aware of. Bitcoin and Ether. See, there's nothing about the Binance listing here, but there is over here. So 2 hours ago, fellow Binanceans, Binance will list AMP, okay, and play DApp. So new cryptocurrency listings on Binance. So is AMP listing getting listed on Binance? Binance US announced plans to list the new coins on its platform Wednesday. True to its word, AMP and Anchor, are both now trading on Binance starting this morning. This opens the way for these cryptos to reach larger audiences and price increases for the coming days. So not only AMP, let's go look at Anchor, and if it hasn't pumped yet, I bet you it will. But let's go look at Anchor. Where is that? Right here. Oh, yep. Anchor has not pumped yet. What? It went on Binance and it didn't pump today? Oh man, you gotta get this before it pumps. This was just put on Binance, and I don't know if it was just Binance or Binance US. Let's go look. It says Binance US announced plans to list new coins on its platform Wednesday. Okay, hold on. It will never put AMP. I don't know why. It's like it doesn't understand what AMP is when I talk it into the phone. But Binance US will list AMP. Okay, that was July 28th. Trading will open Thursday, July 29th. Okay. AMP and Anchor. That was back in... Okay, that's why AMP didn't go up. Okay, so it was already listed on Binance US. And Anchor was. So that's not the news. Let's look Binance, just Binance. Because I think that's what happened today. It was already listed on Binance US. Now... yes, it just did it on the regular Binance, which is the biggest exchange in the world, even bigger than Coinbase, because more people in more countries can use Binance than can use Coinbase. So basically, the USA and a couple other countries can use Coinbase, and the rest of the world can use Binance. So it's a huge exchange. And so it getting listed on there is big, big, big news. So they can start depositing AMP and play in preparation for trading. Ooh, when will this be? 11/24 is when withdrawals will be open. So that's not until Wednesday. So it's going to keep going up. Oh my gosh. This is just the beginning. This is breaking news, guys. I'm so glad I'm able to give you this news right now. Thank you to my homie that gave me this information, because I wouldn't have known about it until I saw the news. So good looking out, homie. So Binance US already listed AMP, and now we have it on regular Binance. So let's go look at the price now. What are we gonna do about this? So it's on Binance, but what does that mean? I mean, what is that gonna do for us? So yippee skippy, it's on Binance, but no, that's good news. Okay, let's look at the price. It is sitting at like almost 7 cents right now. So basically a little over 6.5 cents, and 6 3/4 of a cent. And that means it went up almost 2 cents today from where it was to where we're at. 1.8 cents. It's gone up 1.85 or something like that. And so, but at the top, it was even another 1.1 cent higher than that. And with only deposits opening on Binance. This is a lot of people buying probably AMP elsewhere and putting it on Binance. I don't know why they would do that, or they're buying it in preparation for a big move on Binance. So that's where this money coming in. It's always buy the rumor, sell the news, right? So I guess we should have bought the rumor of AMP being listed, but I didn't know that it was going to be listed on Binance. I was telling you guys before, yeah, get AMP. It's going to skyrocket. I didn't know it was because Binance. I just thought the fundamentals and everything else. It's always good. That's why I say technical analysis is not the only part of crypto. Because technical analysis couldn't have predicted the Binance, listing AMP. So you have to also go with the news, what's going on in the world, and a ton of other stuff to make money and be successful in cryptocurrency. And all of us got in crypto to make money. Not one person that is watching this video or that will ever watch this video got in crypto to lose money or to break even. It's fun, but you want to make money. Like, even if you like trading crypto, even if it's a hobby of yours and, something you do for fun, you still want to make money because that's why you do it. You don't get in to lose money. You can. You know that that's a possibility. If you ever get in the market, you can lose money. But for the most part, if you do everything, correctly, you buy the dips, and you sell the top, or sometimes you can get on one of these skyrockets. You can get on mid-rocket. And that's always risky. And I always tell people it's risky, but a lot of the time you can make money doing it. Because when a coin is pumping like this, like sometimes it's Algorand pump where it goes from $1.60 to $2.82 and then back down to $1.70. That was just like a 1 day pump and dump. I don't know what that was actually, but this is not the case because it didn't just go up and down. It went up and got to a level, and there was a real legit reason behind it. Well, what was the reason for the Algorand giant pump and then right back down? I never saw one in the news, at least. But for this, it's because it's listed on Binance, right? So we know why this happened. So this could be a sustainable growth. This could be even a higher skyrocket by the time the 24th comes around when withdrawals are enabled. Like right now you can trade on the platform maybe, or maybe that's on the 24th as well. But right now I know you can deposit. That's what I know you can do and get your AMP on there. So maybe people are just depositing a bunch there, getting ready for the price to go way up, and they can only sell it on, maybe Binance. I don't know. There's a lot of different situations out there. Whatever your situation is, we're in this to make money. So you can catch it mid-pump. Where do we think it's going to go? Okay, so if we do pump again, where do we think that this is going to go? Well, let's take a look back. We have to always zoom out when we want to know the last place that it went, and that will give us kind of an idea of where it could go. And so if we do have a major pump right now, even higher than the 780 that it just went to, where would it go? Okay, well, let's look at this peak. So that peak is what? 695. Is that what that's telling me? 695. Okay, so 695. We already went above that 780, right? And we're almost at 695 right now. So that is where we had our resistance. Obviously, we went to 780, but there was still resistance down here. At the last resistance points. That's why I pulled this back under. You can go over a resistance point, but you have to get to a certain height above it to break it. You know what I mean? You can get above resistance without actually breaking it. That's not how normal physics and stuff work. Like if you hit something, you would either break it or stop. Right? But with crypto, sometimes you can go above that point and then still get brought back below it. Like have a wick up and then close below it. That's always possible. But then let's look at the next point after that. So it would get to be up here at the, hold on. This is also 771. We just went to 780, right? So there was another resistance point. So it wicked up past this resistance point at 6 whatever that it was before, and then it wicked up and touched this previous one at like 771, 780, just like 9 hundredths thousandth of a cent, something like that. And yeah, it went there, and then so all the way up here, that act as resistance, and then it brought us back down below this point, and then that is probably where it's going to close below that unless it can break above that. And then our next resistance would be back at 780 again. Now, what happens after 780? That's the cool part. After it goes up to 780, if we can get past that one, the next one is looking at like about 909, 868 to 909. Those two right there, and then 11 to 12 cents. So 868, 909, 11, and then 12, and then who knows from there. So there's a few resistance points, but if we can flip those, turn them to support, keep going, things will start to look better. You can't really see what it's really like on here because this has not caught up with the map yet. We're actually up here. Way high. We're basically at the top of this right here. Remember, it was 695 right here at the top, at the peak. Yeah, 695. We're basically kind of right there. So, and it's showing us way down here, still at like 4.5. So it takes a while for these charts to catch up on the year part. But as you can see right there, that's a little better looking. But you can't see the top at 12 cents. That's the problem. The only one you can see that is on either the year or the all-time, and they haven't caught up. So the AMP is a good purchase right now. Where do we see it going? That's what I'm saying. I think that we could go past those 2 points and at least hit 9. And that's what, not financial advice, entertainment purposes, only common sense. But I think this could definitely hit 9 cents without a problem. And we might go for a new all-time high. So that's how much I think AMP is going to benefit from being on Binance, the biggest exchange in the world. It was already on Coinbase, and it went up to 12 cents, right? So the same thing that happened with Binance before, remember? The same thing with, GN, except that was a stable coin and it wasn't supposed to do that. But when you add a new exchange into the midst, it's normally going to pump. The only problem with that is we are in kind of correction right now. Things are actually starting to look a little better. So maybe things have turned around, and maybe AMP being listed on Binance is going to help bring the altcoins out of this slump that we've had the last few days. And Bitcoin is down super far, 56,000. Nobody was going to expect that. Anything under $4,000 for Ethereum, remember I tell you that, is just a good buying opportunity. It is not financial advice, but I wouldn't say it's like a dream buy-in price or anything, but it is basically a profit 90% if you do that. Well, I shouldn't give you those odds because then that might make you think that you will only have a 10% chance to lose. So yeah, but I'm just gonna say it's a good purchase under $4,000. Not financial advice again, because I want to get that across. So I'm not a financial advisor. What I do is I research, I look at all the news, I look at the charts, and I give you my best educated guess on and what I would do. I'm not giving you my guess on what you should do. I'm giving you my best educated guess on what I would do in this situation. That way it's always on, things that I would do, and I'm never telling you what to do. Never let anybody tell you what to do and you just go do it. Always do your own, research. And even if you didn't read like what happened with me with GN. So I know a lot of people can get offended when you say do your research, but sometimes I don't even do that. Like if I see a coin pumping, and I learned my lesson on that. I didn't lose money, but I almost did, and it was almost a disaster. And I would have been, having to, fight Coinbase too. And luckily, that didn't happen, but it made me learn a lesson that yes, I am going to research even if it is a trusted exchange. It's just to keep yourself safe. So even if you're doing research all the time and you're like, well, maybe if I just skip it once, and just buy this real quick, I can make a profit. That's when you can get in trouble. And it only takes one time to lose a lot. You might win like 100 times in a row. And you might not win big ones. You might only win a couple $100 every time, or however much you make. And then, one big mistake could take all those losses, all those wins, and turn it to losses. So just be careful about that, and always stay strategic. Don't ever trade emotionally or revenge trade. Those are the worst things that you could do. Getting mad during anything to do with your money and cryptocurrency, because that's what makes people lose a lot of money. You'll just make a bad decision that you wouldn't normally make, and you can prevent that just by taking a second or even a day. The worst that could happen is it goes down, but in crypto right now, you would be safe. Like if it was January, almost February, you probably couldn't afford to take a day. But right now, you could walk away for 2 days right now from crypto. Take a break. If you want, I'm not telling you to, but if you need to, if it's just overwhelming you and it's too much for you, and you just take a break for a little while. And then reset, you'll come back in fresh. You might actually have a little bit of fun next time you trade, and you might make some money too. Because when you get in bad moods and you start losing, and then it puts you in a worse mood, and then you start losing more, and it can be like a cycle. So just step back, go do something else. I've never got into a cycle like that, but I could imagine myself in the past getting into something like that, just because the way that trading is sometimes. I don't let the small dips, like right now, if you want to get technical, guys, look. And it is a little bit troublesome to me, but look at this. I am down. Well, let's not even do the 13th hour right there, because that was when I, had Algorand pump. But let's just go right here. So let's say I was at 12.2 right there, right? November 21st, that was just yesterday. And now we're down at 11.5, and it actually went down even further to 11.3. Ooh, 11.3. So basically I lost $900 overnight. And so before that would have made me mad, and I probably would have started selling and revenge trading and, trying everything I could to get that money back. But I've learned that, these fluctuations in the market, you lose more money if you actually try to just trade around, and you might pick a winner, but the chances of you losing more money are higher. And then if you get mad, you could really lose some money. So what I would say is just walk away, or just I don't really need to do that because it doesn't affect me like that anymore, but sometimes it does, and when it does, that's when I have to walk away. So right now I'm cool, but if I was like, say it dropped by another $600, right? Then I would be like, oh no. You get that like, in your gut, you're like just starting to growl. You go to like primitive mode, you're like, like caveman mode. You're like, took my money. And you don't want that. So, and that's what they want. They want you in caveman mode, because cavemans don't use their brain. All right. So don't just go directly there. And if you get there, just walk away, because it sucks. Because when you come back in a couple days, it actually would probably look better, honestly. So that's the thing. It might look worse. And if it does, just try a couple more days. I'm telling you. For right now, I wouldn't say to do that like next month, or maybe next month, but not like January, February-ish. Even though everybody says it's different, plan for it not to be different. And then if it is, then it's like, oh, cool, yeah, we win, right? It's different. But if it's not, we're prepared anyway. So that's what you got to do, and you'll succeed. I'm telling you, it's psychological just as much as it's financial, because you have to have money to make money, but once you have it in here, then it's a game. It's a hard game. It's like it's Mario on ultra hard or something, It's like, or Monopoly on ultra hard mode. That's what crypto is. But you can learn it. You can study it. It just takes time, and not everybody has the time and that, works a full-time job that can actually, do all the research that's needed to make a profit in crypto or any stocks or anything, So, all right, guys, let's get one more look at AMP, and then we will call it a night. So what I'm saying is, yeah, possibly 9 cents. That's where I think it can go. It's even going up again right now. If we look at the last hour, yeah, it just started another trajectory. It had a little bottom there at 660 right there, and now it looks like it's wanting to head up a little bit. So we might even stay up in the high sevens tonight, and maybe even 8 cents by morning. So that I would definitely keep an eye on this as a real contender now. The reason that the volume was so low, look at that volume now. It used to sit at like about 15 to 20 million. So just know that when it has 183 million in volume and it's up 958%, you know that there's a lot of people buying this crypto right now. All right, guys, that being said, you know what time it is. Goodbye and good Bitcoin. Bang!